What's up, guys? This is Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm here today at Furman Ram in Wesley Chapel, bringing you this brand new 2021 Ram 1500 Rebel. MSRP on the 4x4, $48,820. This is in your bright white exterior at $61,375. This one has your 5.7 liter V8 Hemi, 395 horsepower in this vehicle, 410 pound-feet of torque. Added to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and we're going to go over all the specs and details starting now. Half-ton pickup trucks were known for ruggedness. This Ram steps it up with luxury and refinement by ride quality and technology, and that's what you're getting out of this Rebel at a height of 77.6 inches. Some things that I really think pop on this vehicle is these heat extractors on the hood. I think it looks fabulous. It does set that beef and power look whenever you're looking at it from a rear view mirror. Also here and on this side here, non-functional vents only through the Ram side, which kind of makes sense because the badging of the vehicle. I like the fog lamp aesthetics. I think it does a nice little pop. 4 skid pads on this vehicle, and you also have your tow hooks here. What I like about this Rebel, the black trim across the windows, the black Ram, the side view mirror caps, mild black gloss, 18-inch alloy wheels, just makes a nice pop. Front and rear axle reading at 3.92. That's going to help with maximum towing capacity. 14.9 and 14.8 on the disc reading for your brakes. The Ram suspension on the front's going to have your short and long arm with coil springs. The rear is going to have your multi-link. All of it will have your anti-roll bars. Off-roading suspension, part-time 4-wheel drive, Bilston shock absorbers, upgraded 33-gallon tank on this one. You can also get a 26-gallon tank. The length of this vehicle at 232.9 inches and the wheelbase at 144.5 inches. Before we take it to the rear, this Rebel has integrated the Ram box on both sides, which are lockable, giving you basically a trunk space so you don't have to have a bed cover. 115-volt AC power supply inside the box. New for your 2021 model, trailer steering. All you got to do is apply the brake. Pedestrian detection, that's in your advanced safety pack. Advanced forward collision warning, which will apply the brake. This Ram has your dual integrated blacked out tailpipes. You got your full reverse sensors that are integrated in the bumper. Everything blacked out. Going inside to your 5x7 cargo box. The dimensions at 53.9 cubic feet by 60 inches of width. Full LED on the rear. Towing capacity at 8,190 pounds. If you get the e-torque, that would be at 12,750 pounds. Your max payload at 1,530 pounds. A couple of things that I would opt for on this Rebel would be your air suspension, and that's on all 4 corners and your running boards. The reason why that ground clearance, as you're going to see, is a little bit higher than your average truck. This vehicle is already capable of off-roading. You got it set with the tires. Let me know in the comments what you think about this 2021 Ram 1500 Rebel as we go into the interior, go over the infotainment screen, and take this for our test drive. Inside this Rebel, luxury leather bucket seats, 8-way power adjustable for the driver and passenger, 4-way lumbar support, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, 40.9 inches of headspace, 40.9 inches of leg space. This is basically like an SUV. Upgraded 12-inch touchscreen Uconnect. This thing is awesome. Upgraded 19-speaker Harman Kardon stereo system. Inside this Uconnect, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, HD radio. Because we have the Rebel Level 2, 2 charging USB ports only, and a total of 3 USBs in the front with two 12-volt chargers as well. Inside here, storage that you could just slide back and forth. You could put too much stuff. Math formulas on the back of it. Closing it up, you got another area for storage, completely closing it with the RAM badging. Cup holders in the center. You got plenty of areas for your change or whatever you need. The key fob to the vehicle looks really nice too. RAM on the back. You got the metal on the sides and your functionality right here. Tow haul, you could turn on and off the sensors for the reverse camera. Functionality here to open the rear. This one does not have the dual panoramic sunroof. This one doesn't have your blind spot detection or your cross path detection. It does have blind spot mirrors integrated in the side. On the door panels, I think they did a really good job. It does have some hard texture, but this is a truck. You have storage, and there's two tiers of storage. You got the cup holders with the sponge that holds the cups very well. I also like the storage up here in this carbon fiber look with the black high gloss polish throughout the cabin. On the passenger side where it says Rebel, you have a 2 glove compartment open box. So storage is everywhere. Even on the sides here in the center, you have more storage. The vehicle is just full capabilities for any type of work terrain that you need to do, or if you just need to use it as a daily driver. The rear of this Rebel, 39.8 inches of headspace, 45.2 inches of leg space. Like I was saying in the front, this is literally like an SUV. Charging ports, you have a total of 5 in the back, 2 that are just for charging for the USB, and then 2 that are just your normal USB. You'll also get a home plug right here, your vents, cup holders. Again, that nice look of the carbon fiber. It's not, but it looks really good. Storage behind both of the front seats. Door panel, dual storage. So you got the top where you can put your iPad or your phone, and you got the bottom where you can put multiple drinks. More here in the center. Sliding this up so you can see how I look. And even sitting in the rear, still so much headspace and so much leg space. You can literally fit 4 to 5 people in this 5-seat Rebel. Now we're gonna take this to the rear so you can hear that 5.7 liter Hemi rev up and go over that infotainment screen. 12-inch Uconnect, which is touch derived. So you have the pinch, you have the swipe, you have some button functionalities on both sides for your air condition, or you can just simply click into your climate control and you can do it there as well. So either way, to make it easier for you. Click into your controls. This is for your heated seats, heated steering wheel. Click into the U apps. This you can either swipe over or you can actually click the icon. Your backup camera, which has trajectory, zoom in for your towing capabilities. Click out of that, click over here and onto your off-road pages. On your off-road pages, you have your vehicle dynamics, which will show you when you're turning the steering wheel the angle. You got your gauges here, which is also very intuitive, and your pinch and roll, which definitely helps with off-roading. You can either X out or click into the home. You can also go into your settings here, and you can change every single thing in your infotainment screen. The driver gauges for your Rebel as we take this for our test drive. Some nice things about the Rebel is the gas consumption, even for this V8 Hemi, is around 15 to 21 mpgs, which is not too bad, and it's a combined roughly around 17 to 18 miles. I would probably opt for the e-torque technology for the vehicle just because you would have a little bit more power, but as for the refinement, you don't feel anything in the vehicle. You are super high up. It doesn't feel too wide, but it just glides over everything. The seats are very plush and comfortable, very quiet in the cabin, even though you are higher up. The suspension, the way it's tuned, it's very forgiving, the way everything just sits in the vehicle. Blind spots, this is a box truck, so you really don't have any blind spots. I would say maybe when you're going into a parking scenario, you might use the blind spot mirrors. Otherwise, everything's very visible in the vehicle. Now the 0 to 60 in this vehicle is ranging around 6.6 to 7 seconds, so it's not something that's going to be slow by any means. If you give it some throttle, you hear that Hemi engine roar, which is really nice, and the car does pick up really well. Checking the turn radius, and this is at a full stop. It's a bit of a longer car. You get about 2 lanes. Giving it some throttle, it just goes really nice. It doesn't necessarily throw you back or anything of that nature. It just feels very comfortable, the whole setup. This is definitely something that I would actually take off-roading and daily use. It does get a little bit more noise inside the cabin as you hit a higher note, meaning around 55 miles to 60 miles per hour. When you're just cruising through traffic or town, it's going to be a lot quieter. It's a relaxed, refined drive. This is what you're getting with this Rebel. I really do like the setup. I've driven quite a few trucks, and I will say this one will be the most luxurious ride I have actually tested for my car reviews on trucks. I really did like the F-150 Raptor, but I think this one takes the cake. I actually can't wait till they get the TRX, which we'll do a review on that one next. We're going to take this back to the dealership, show you some of that parking radius and that reverse camera, and wrap this review up. All right, so I got the cameras positioned so you can see how it is for the parking. You do have to pull up about 2 to 3 car lengths, give or take, to actually reverse backwards. It's not necessarily difficult. The camera system is pretty easy, but depending on how tight the parking is, you might have to back up and go forward a few times. Otherwise, you can see, even with a long vehicle, it is relatively easy to park. And you do have the full sensor functionality for your reverse camera. The reverse camera with the trajectory that moves, you do have these sensors which you can hear them. Very clean screen for the reverse camera. I'd like to thank Chris and Christina here at Furman Ram in Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2021 Ram 1500 Rebel for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, click the subscribe button, check out the merchandise, details, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.